Okay, good evening. I'd like to open the meeting. Mr. Karate?
Mr. Comando,
Present.
Ms. Morelli, Ms. Agnello, Ms. Dorantino, Ms. Mahoney,
Here.
Mr. Shear,
Here.
Ms. Corbett,
Present.
Mr. Verso,
Here.
Ms. Navarro.
Here.
Please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I know why I thought I was wrong, more especially between us.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had the same thought. I was like, wait.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been sent to all members of the Board of Education and the Bergen Record in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, 1975. At this time, please turn all cell phones and electronic devices, and I will turn it over to Ms. Violet.
It's her, not me.
Sorry. I meant to put it on mute and instead I pressed, where is it?
All right, welcome everybody. To start, I will ask our student reps to line up at the podium. So they're going to share our board updates first.
So for the students and the board members, to remind them, the mic's on, the sound system is here. So I'll speak loudly, but speak into the mic because it gets picked up into our video on our live stream. Thank you.
So loud and slow and into the mic. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Samantha Apgar, and I'll be speaking about our K-6 schools. Read Across America Day was a great success. Students and staff members enjoyed dressing up as their favorite book character and hearing stories read by other teachers and administrators. On PS I Love You Day, students wore purple to raise awareness for mental health issues and anti-bullying. It was an SEL day where students took time to create positive messages to decorate the hallways in each building. We have just launched our Leukemia and Lymphoma Society fundraising campaign. Students are invited to dress up as their favorite superhero on Friday, March 18th. The elementary buildings are proud to support the Stern family. We will be wearing orange on Friday and making donations to support Colin in his battle against leukemia.
Hi, my name is Julia Corcoran, and I'll be reading about the Washington School Early Childhood Center. The students at Washington participated in their second annual fashion show. It was very well attended by family members and Saddlebrook staff. The students participated in a dental health presentation presented by local dentists. Our next unit of study will be on the things that are round. Mr. Lesky has introduced the new study of basic rhythms in music class.
My name is Alishba Khan, and I will be representing our middle school high school. One of our 11th graders, Emma Lee, is a finalist for the New Jersey Scholars Program. Scheduling is underway at the middle school high school. Counselors are meeting with 8th and 9th graders during their PE periods, and a 10th and 11th grade class meeting was held last week to go over courses for next year and our expanded Option 2 program. A huge congratulations goes to our 2022 valedictorian, Gabriella Gusiora, and our salutatorian, Caroline Caprellian. The spring musical is this weekend on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Make sure you stop by. Tickets are almost sold out.
Hi, my name is Caroline Caprellian, and I will be speaking about athletics. Congratulations to all of our winter sport teams on their successful seasons. Here are all of our all-league selections. For boys basketball, second team all-league player Joey Quimby, and honorable mention Marquette Ricks. Girls basketball, first team Ella Marcassani, second team Deanna Acapinti, and honorable mention Saoirse Twomey. And for wrestling, first team is Ben Grader, second team Andrew Ivanovsky, and honorable mention Enzo Russo.
Nice.
Hi, my name is Carly Montalbano, and I'll be talking about the athletics. Our competition cheer team has come in first place in 6 out of their last 6 competitions and finished in 3rd place in the state. Coach Nicole Laub was selected as the Cheer Armory Favorite Coach Award. Good luck at Nationals, girls. Indoor track, Zach Hartung is the Group 1 and county champion in the shot put. Zach was a first-team all-county selection. Congratulations to the 4x4 boys relay champions, Colin Eunice, second place in the 800 and fifth place in the 400. Jake DeJulia, third place in the 400, and Caroline Caprellian took fifth in the 800 and sixth in the 400.
Hi, my name is Emma Lee, and I'm speaking for Curriculum and Institution. We hosted real-life NJ presentations at all elementary schools. Students participated in activities about goal setting, good decision-making, qualities of healthy friendships, good character, and bullying. The data teams in all buildings worked to analyze student assessment results. Each building team met with the director of curriculum to review NJTSS processes. Access for ELL's testing has begun for all ESL students grades K through 12.
Thank you, student reps. I would like to say that we have two student reps that are special in our audience tonight. So we have Emma Lee, who just spoke, and she was accepted, as was mentioned, into the New Jersey Scholars Program. I just wanted to share, because I had to look it up. So the New Jersey Scholars Program, if accepted, they participate in lectures and small group seminars where they actively engage with all the disciplines. They have extensive reading assignments. They pursue research at world-class libraries and museums. They write essays. They work closely with a faculty member to produce a 10 to 15-page interdisciplinary research paper. And they also participate in art and music and writing and drama and public speaking. And there's a festival that happens. They do live there for, I believe it said 5 weeks. And it's an honor to be chosen to be interviewed. So congratulations to Emma for being a finalist in that program. And then we also have Caroline Caprellian, our salutatorian, such a difficult word in our audience. I know Gabriella is not here, but I want to make sure we do remember that. Okay, this is so different because everyone's so much closer, which is kind of nice. I do have a bunch of items. So our HIB reports, one of the items on the board agenda is for the board to approve our self-grade HIB reports in each building. So I wanted to just explain a little bit as to what that is. Each building has an anti-bullying specialist, and that specialist works with the building principal to grade themselves over the course of the previous school year as to how they did in regards to all harassment, intimidation, and bullying incidents within the school. And there's different core elements. There's 8 of them that they go through. There's a rubric that they follow, and they score. They give themselves a rating. And then we use that. So we have a meeting scheduled for, I believe, the end of this month, where we sit around the table and we're going to review the scores. And we use that rubric to improve upon our practices for next school year. So the scores have to be posted. They do need to be formally adopted and posted on our website. So that way everyone has access to them. So that will be happening. I also wanted to share our, I always like to highlight some of our programs. So our Gifted and Talented program, our 3rd and 4th graders just finished a unit on a mock trial for Jack and the Beanstalk. So they studied the components of a trial, how they're structured. They created cases ourselves through the lens of fairy tales. So they created this mock trial. They had some of the students were working as attorneys for Jack, and the others were working as attorneys for the Giants. They had their opening and closing arguments, and they had the 5th and 6th grade gifted and talented students come and watch the mock trial, watch them in action, and make comments. So they had a great time with that. And today, I got to participate as a judge in our middle school gifted and talented program, where they showed off they presented their Shark Tank projects. And there was a bunch of the educators and Mr. Meish and myself. We got to be the judges and kind of go back and forth with them and tell them what we were going to offer them. And they worked on their presentation skills. And that was the big takeaway. And I was just so excited that next year we're offering a high school public speaking course, because that was the big takeaway. These are 8th graders, and they did such a great job with their projects and sharing it. But always, as always, everyone, including myself, clearly needs help with public speaking. So I'm so excited to have that course next year. I also wanted to share, I know the homework club is going to be ending at spring recess. I wanted to explain a little bit that was because come springtime, we do have our state testing schedule, and we also have a lot of after-school activities and field trips and things like that occur. So we are stopping it for this school year, but we still have some ESSER funds where if everything works out, would be able to actually have it next school year as well, because our ESSER funds have to be used by 2024, I believe. Pomptonian, our food service, is having a contest, so please remember to, this is it's not a contest, middle school, high school, your passport awaits. They're having a cultural celebration. They are having a contest for elementary students that was shared by the elementary principals and also posted on our social media page. And they also just wanted to remind parents at the elementary level to order their lunches, their child's lunches, before the start of the month, so that way they can prepare. I wanted to extend our prayers and well wishes to Colin, our sophomore student with leukemia. Wanted to make sure that, him and his family knows that they are in our prayers. And also wanted to share that this Friday, we are hosting a dress down day for Colin. So you see some of the shirts. I have mine, I'm wearing mine on Friday. And we will be celebrating Colin as a district. And on that note, I also wanted to share that we are developing a committee for our Leukemia Light the Night program. So we are going to have a Light the Night in Saddlebrook. It is to raise awareness and funds for leukemia. And we're doing a couple different things. One of the items is the elementary students are going to dress up as their favorite superhero one of those days for Heroes for the Cause or something to that effect. We also are going to, with this committee, we're actually going to have a Light the Night event where they're going to have the lanterns, and it's not planned yet, so I'm not exactly sure what it's going to look like, but you will be receiving information from the committee about that. Mrs. DeBonis, our Director of Curriculum and Instruction, is leading that. I wanted to also acknowledge the SAT prep course that was brought to our attention Monday. I did look into it. It is now fixed on my school books where you could purchase it. It is a little tricky to find, I'm being told. It's an option, but it was tricky to locate. So the administration is working on that. They did say that right now right before the meeting, they had 11 students that said that they were interested in taking the course and already willing to pay for it for the June date of the test. So they are going to be following up with the parents. They're waiting confirmation from the company, and then they're going to share it out again with the parents. So I apologize for any inconvenience with the SAT prep. And I also wanted to share that I know a parent commented about the uniform policy, the dress and grooming policy. It is on the agenda tonight for the first reading again, and I did explain on Monday how that came to be. It is going to be that students can wear their PE uniform every day, and part of their PE uniform will be the black leggings. So I know that was an item that was being discussed amongst the community, and I just wanted to share that the black leggings as part of the PE uniform and wearing their PE uniform every day is what is on the policy for the first reading tonight. The second reading will be in April, which means the day after that April meeting is when it will go into effect. And my last item is our next SEL day, Social Emotional Learning Day, is Monday, March 14th. It is a half-day session for all of our students. Our elementary schools are participating by having dedicated SEL activities throughout the day. The guidance counselors at the elementary schools are really strong in this field. They're super excited. They gave the teachers a list of activities to choose from, and they're going to be celebrating it throughout the day. Our middle school, high school is celebrating a little bit differently. They have different sessions that they're scheduling throughout the day. So they are going to have American Sign Language, baseball card collecting, a basketball and kickball tournament, board games, calligraphy, charades. They have a session just to catch up on schoolwork if students want to do that. Cookie decorating, crafting, painting, Jeopardy, Just Dance, Latin dancing, paper airplane races and origami, drawing, ping pong tournament, video game tournament, name that tune, trivia. They'll use the weight room, photography, and that's not even all of them. So they have these tons of sessions that students sign up for. And we even have some students leading the sessions, I know. I believe 2 of them are in the audience. And so the students sign up for them and they attend these sessions throughout the day. And it's just a whole day to just make connections and breathe and relax with one another. And it is a dress down day. So I will be sharing that tomorrow, that Monday, March 14th will be a dress down day for everybody. And at this time, I know we have our VFW. I just wanted to share a little bit our Voice of Democracy essay competition. I just wanted to share that it's sponsored by our local Saddlebrook VFW. I'll let them share a little bit more about it, but the essays, the topics were America, where do we go from here? So I know Mr. Garvey plays a role in this, and I just wanted to acknowledge it before Mr. Acamando
Okay, thank you so much. Where are you going before? Okay. All right, this is a presentation of Voice of Democracy winners presented by the VFW Post 3484. And I'll let you guys give the, did I get now first place, second place, or you do that?
First place, second place, and third place.
You guys will do that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
And
Thank
Mr.
you, sir.
Palazzati
There you
will do it too.
Oh, that Joe Palazzati's here. He's my neighbor.
Good evening. I'm here on behalf of the Saddlebrook VFW, and we'd like to thank all the students that were part of this contest, which is the Voice of Democracy, and give an award to the 3 top students. Mr. Shanahan would be number 1. That's all right. You can stay for a minute. Miss Ferreira, and third is Miss Caprillion.
Caroline Caprillion.
Okay. If anyone else here is one of the people that participated, we'd like to thank you for your participation, but I guess that's about it. Now we can have these, Mr. Shanahan, you could be first. Mr. Leon? And Caroline.
Congratulations.
I thank you for your time.
Okay, congratulations.
So next we have a presentation by Mrs. Jenkins and Mrs. Cawley on our district goal, one of our goals, mental wellness, mental health and wellness. I do want, as they're setting it up, I would like to take a picture of our Voice of Democracy winners. Don't go anywhere. Let me take a picture while they set up our winners with our VFW.
Hey, Joe.
Mood lighting.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Mrs. Cawley and I are here tonight to just provide some updates regarding some of our wellness practices that are related to the district goal, which we were calling District Goal 2, just because it's in order that way. This goal stated that we would expand and refine our district-wide wellness practices by prioritizing the mental health of our school community, and we listed a variety of ways that we would achieve that. Now, you've seen earlier this year, we've had elementary school principals and guidance counselors present on our SEL activities. And tonight we're going to really highlight these two specific bullet items that we have identified with those blue arrows there. We're going to talk about providing access to mental health resources. And when the goals were written, we talked about a partnership with Care Plus, and we ended up negotiating that same type of a relationship with a different organization, Thrive Alliance Group, and that is up and running in our schools. So we're going to focus on these two, but I also want to mention that as you look through this list of bulleted items, these are all items that are up and running in our schools already, whether it's something that we funded, a position or a club, hiring our student assistance coordinator, having an additional elementary school counselor that assisted our schools this year. All of these have been really vital components to our school program. Implementation of Second Step is a social emotional learning program our guidance counselors utilize, and our teachers. And I think all of our teachers and our students have appreciated these resources. But let's first, let's talk a little bit about what we're going to share with you tonight in terms of mental wellness and those two bulleted items. We're going to just dive a little bit deeper into talking about Thrive Alliance Group, the Dreams Initiative, and Nurtured Heart Approach, which is something that's coming to our district for Smith School and a grant. Mrs. Cawley's going to elaborate on that. We'll talk a little bit about our PS I Love You Day activities. You heard that in our student presenters earlier. We had the Real Life New Jersey presentation last week. And we also have a mental health first aid for teen and youth program that's coming up in the next month or so. So the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is the Thrive Alliance Group. And maybe in the past, some members in our audience may have been familiar with the services sometimes out of district, such as Care Plus. So you may have a student who maybe has a specific need for mental health or wellness, and they're seeing their school counselor, and then maybe a recommendation for an out-of-district service like Care Plus. So instead, we've used our ESSER funds to fund Thrive Alliance Group, and what's happening is that we have a mental health clinician residing with us in district. So instead of having our students maybe lose time out of school or having to see somebody after hours, we're able to help our students within the school day. And the unique thing that this also allows us to do is take that case management and counseling down to about a 21-to-1 ratio. So if you can imagine in our schools, our school counselors have about a 300-to-1 ratio. So now you have some of our students with the greatest needs having a 21-to-1 ratio. And we think that this is really just such a fantastic opportunity, and we're truly grateful for the funding to be able to accomplish that. Our case manager from Thrive Alliance Group, Mrs. Stevenson, can see students for a short period of time, or she may see them for a longer period of time. She also will help us with school clearance screenings, where we think in the past maybe a student maybe have to see a clinician outside of school hours, and sometimes it would take days to get an appointment. Now we're able to, on a typical basis, see a student within 24 hours or sometimes within the same exact school day, and no loss of instructional time. Our Thrive Counselor is also a resource to parents and our staff members, because Mrs. Stevenson is just so knowledgeable about other resources across the county. One of the benefits is that she helps us to coordinate services. So this is something that's, she began with us in December, and our students, we have many, many students who are actively engaged with Thrive Alliance already, and we truly appreciate that service. Okay, I'm going to pass it off to Mrs. Call.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Dreams Initiative. So this is a very long-winded title, but it stands for Developing Resiliency with Engaging Approaches to Maximize Success. So you can tell why they shorten that a little bit. But it's a partnership between the New Jersey Department of Education and the New Jersey Department of Children and Families. 3 districts in our region were selected. So us, along with Garfield and I believe Hackensack. And the goal is really a development and implementation of trauma-informed and healing-centered practices. So what that looks like, we had to identify one school that we were going to kind of pilot this with through our grant program. So we are looking at student and staff attendance data, as well as what we're calling like disciplinary infractions. And what we're going to do is we took a snapshot of that data in around October. And then after implementing all of these different things, we're going to look to see if these positive wellness practices will increase student and staff attendance and decrease those disciplinary infractions. So that's the goal of all this. We created a champions team, including administration, school counselors, child study team members, and teachers. We do have monthly mentoring meetings with the Department of Children and Families through Bergen's Promise. And we are also utilizing the nurtured heart approach, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that again on the next slide. Some of the activities that we've done are things like a character spotlight, where students, a specific character, maybe a character trait like responsibility, will be highlighted. Students are selected from classrooms, their pictures go up on a bulletin board, their parents get notified. It's been a really positive experience for everybody. A Caught Being Kind board, so teachers, students, any staff members can write a little note. It goes up on a bulletin board, just stuff that they've noticed people doing that's showing kindness. Staff shout outs, so staff will nominate or send like a little quick shout out about something another staff member is doing, and that's gets sent out weekly to all of the staff to help, again, some staff morale boosters. Morning announcements, things like Mindful Monday, Thoughtful Thursday, all of those things are included as part of this. So the nurtured heart approach is we are actually being trained this week. So we are right in the middle of it. So myself and Jamie Ferreira, the school counselor, are doing an intensive 5-day training to become trainers of this approach. So really, it's really looking at how to create healthy relationships with the people in your life. So it focuses on the way children perceive themselves and caregivers and the world around them. And they really learn that they will receive positive praise and energy and recognition through positive behavior. So it really is a positive behavior approach. It really focuses on all those things that are going right throughout the day, rather than focusing on maybe something that didn't go so well. So we are really looking forward to being able to take the information we're learning this week and turnkey that to both our parents as well as the staff in our schools. So it's been a really enlightening program, one that we kind of were surprised when we were selected, but we were really excited to kind of be implementing this, and hopefully we see some positive results.
Okay, so you heard a little bit tonight about the PS I Love You Day program. This was held in conjunction with our February SEL Day, focused on mental wellness and anti-bullying. And there's just a little picture, but our students for you to see. But our students decorated the school buildings with tons and tons of positive messages, and they also took that activity a little bit deeper, and they wrote letters or they created banners, for instance, that can be shared with mental health support locations as like just really positive and uplifting support to share with individuals in that setting. And our students also wore purple. We had a dress down day, and they wore purple to bring awareness to mental health and anti-bullying. And then just this past week, we had the Real Life New Jersey program come in. This is something that our Students Assistance Coordinator and Mrs. DeBonis partnered in to bring a presentation to students in grades 5 and 6. You heard a little bit of this list from the students who presented. The list of topics here included goal setting and good decision making, and they talked about being future focused and what are your dreams, and having quality relationships and good character and all of these things to help you get there. And this is just a little snapshot from one of the presentations where you could see that's interactive with the presenter up there up front.
And then the last thing we wanted to share is this is actually through another grant program. We're participating in the Teen Mental Health First Aid. So this was a program developed by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing in partnership with the Born This Way Foundation. And it teaches teens about common mental health and substance use challenges and how they can help their friends who say they might be struggling. So teens will learn how to have supportive conversations with their friends and learn how to get the help from a trusted adult if necessary. So they are focusing on the 10th grade this year. 2 staff members have also been trained to be trainers, and they will then turnkey train 2 students and staff. And I believe they're starting the end of this month or the very beginning of April and kind of rolling this out now that they've been trained. Then there is also a component of this that focuses on more general youth mental health first aid. So it teaches the staff to identify and understand and kind of respond to those signs of maybe mental health and substance abuse challenges among children and adolescents age 6 to 18. And teachers are going to be trained how to respond to any of these struggling students so that they can be prepared if a student approaches them or a peer approaches them to say something about their friend or something like that. So they'll have the tools that they can better address that. So these are just some of the many programs we are utilizing this year to kind of address mental health and wellness. And that's it.
Thank you. I just want to tack on, and then we'll clap for you guys because you did such a fabulous job. The nurtured heart approach that they were discussing, a lot of times children get reinforced for their negative behavior. So it's the child that acts out in class or the child that is late consistently in class. So what this approach does is focuses on the students that are doing everything right. And let's praise them. Let's give them some type of acknowledgement and some type of recognition and some type of just reinforcement, because that child that is not following the rules gets the attention. And that's what they want. That's what everyone wants. So that, even the students that are following the rules, they deserve the attention as well. So that's, more about the nurtured heart approach. And I also want to point out that PS I Love You Day was a day that started at Smith School, a celebration that started at Smith School, and it's now expanded to all our schools district-wide. And then also, as in alignment with that, our leukemia Life and Night, it used to be called Pennies for Patients, started at Long School, and now we're doing that district-wide as well. So I really feel like we're doing lots of good things in Saddlebrook. Very excited, and we couldn't be able to do it without the team. So thank you, Mrs. Jenkins and Mrs. College.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. If you want, we'll take a 2-minute break this way in case anybody wants to leave. They don't feel weird about walking out. You're more than welcome.
It's nice being so close, but it's so different at the same time.
I honestly like it better. I do. I like this better.
It is.
It's
It just takes a little
more.
bit to get used to it.
Well, we used to have them in here.
Thank you, guys.
We used to have them in here. And then we went. And I just think for the people that we get, this is much
It's
better.
more intimate. It's more.
Exactly.
But I got so used to speaking out to like a camera, and I look up, I'm like, oh, there's people here.
But I like the people that.
It's just different. It's just different.
Well, yes.
Okay, we see you, Mr. Apgar. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
We can't miss you.
I am feud. I'm sure he gave me.
Okay, we'll do business reporter, business administrative report.
Thank you, Mr. Armando. So this is exciting stuff. In the order is almost complete. This is the one up to the 2020-21 school year, which ended June 30, 21, and it's March 22, right? So hopefully next year we'll get back on target. That report should be finished by Tuesday, 15th, and submit to the state. The auditor will be at our April 4th caucus meeting to review the audit with you, and then the board can accept it on April 6th. Not soon after that audit is finished, the district will go through an administrative review from the state school nutrition office regarding food service operations. This review will be in April. As we work on the budget, state aid, the governor's message was on Tuesday. State aid is released 2 days after that, so tomorrow we'll get our state aid figures for the 22-23 year. It's the hope to have the state aid formula fully funded. And we're hoping for that. The budget visit for the board, the budget's due to the county office and tentative budget by March 28th. We need to have a meeting to adopt that budget. So the week of March 21st and 22nd are not really in conflict, but looking at March 23rd first at, we do a 6 o'clock meeting, which means for 2 months to adopt that and a couple other items. So is, I heard from 2 board members, but is board members present here? Are you good for March 23rd at 6 p.m.?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll set that meeting for the 23rd. Today's training on the agenda from the New Jersey School Board is canceled due to the weather. The person is living in this area. We're looking to reschedule that on April's meetings. We'll start with the 4th. I heard from one board member who can't make 6 o'clock. Can everybody else make 6 or 6:30?
Yeah.
We could push back the regular meeting to 7:30. The training is about an hour on hidden bias.
That's our next board meeting?
It's April 4th. So we'll do that first, and then we go into the caucus meeting. So we can start at 6:30, the next 6:30, just to comment the other board member. Great. April 4th, 6:30.
What date is that again?
The 4th.
April 4th?
Mhm.
April 4th, 6:30.
We're gonna be here
Training
at
for an hour
7
till
anyway.
7:30, we'll start the caucus meeting at 7:30.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna change this time.
And one more item, we have a project that was, couldn't get done at the end of the school year, or it's the start of the school year because the contractor couldn't do it in August, and until the 10th. Parking lot, this is our long school. We have money set aside to repaint the parking lot at our long school. What we're trying to do there is shorten up the width of the parking lot to create, 20 feet or so of more grass area for the students to play. And also redo the middle parts of one big grass area. So it should work out better. We met with the principal, his teacher, and we're on board. And the project is slated to be paid the week of spring break. Which is my report.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Karate. I was gonna say, so nice. No, Max. All right, guess I'm gonna open the meeting for public comment. Is there anybody who wants us to talk tonight or
For agenda and policies.
on
only.
agenda and policy only? Okay, good. I'd like to close that. Okay. Board action.
Hmm?
Okay, I'd like a motion to approve B 2122.34 to .36. Thank you. Any discussion? That's correct.
I knew you weren't happy.
Yes.
Ms. Mahoney.
Yes.
Mr. Shearer.
Yes.
Ms. Corbett.
Yes.
Mr. Verso.
Yes.
Ms. Monterelli.
Yes.
Mr. Rowley.
Yes.
Mr. Raccomando.
Yes. Okay,
Thank you.
go to Miss Victoria Torbick, please.
At the recommendation of the superintendent, I make a motion to approve the following items. E2122.48 to E2122.54.
Second.
Any discussion? Mr. Karati.
Mr. Martino.
Yes.
Ms. Mahoney.
Yes.
Mr. Shearer.
Yes.
Ms. Corbett.
Yes.
Mr. Verso.
Yes.
Ms. Monterelli.
Yes.
Ms. Morales.
Yes.
Mr. Raccomando.
Yes. Okay, we'll go to Finance Budget Facility with Mr. Shearer.
Sure. So at the recommendation of the superintendent, I make a motion to approve the following items. F2122.71 through F2122.82.
Second.
Second.
Okay. Any
Stuck in my
discussion?
own committee.
Okay. Mr. Karati.
Mr. Martino.
I'm going to vote yes to all, but I'm going to abstain on F2122.71, checks 829 and 1153. And I'm going to abstain under F2122.74, number 192.
Ms. Mahoney.
Yes.
Mr. Shearer.
Yes.
Ms. Corbett,
Yes.
Ms. Aversa,
Yes.
Ms. Zarelli,
Yes to all except I'm abstaining from F2122.71, check number 60852, and abstaining from F2122.82.
Ms. Morales,
Yes.
Ms. Rockmore.
Yes. Okay, policy, Mr. Lorentino.
At the recommendation of the superintendent, I make a motion to approve the following items. Approve the first reading of the following policies and regulations, P0167 through P9560, and approve the second reading of the following policy and regulation, R5530.
Second. Okay, any discussion? Okay, Mr. Karati.
Mr. Lorentino,
Yes.
Ms. Mahoney,
Yes.
Mr. Shear,
Yes.
Ms. Corbett,
Yes.
Ms. Aversa,
Yes.
Ms. Zarelli,
Yes to all except P5511, and I just want to say it has nothing to do with adding leggings or sweats. I'm opposed to uniforms, period.
Ms. Morales,
Yes.
Ms. Rockmore.
Yes. Okay, well, no negotiations, right, Ms. Zara?
We will start with the teachers next week.
Nice, thank you. Okay, personnel. Mr. Rosa.
At the recommendation of the superintendent, I make a motion to approve the following items. P2122.66 through P212272.
Second?
Okay, I have a question.
Is it the same one?
We just have a question on number 2.
Yep.
Now, what happens when somebody gets a stipend and they resign during the year? Do they get prorated, or how does that work?
I will have to look into it. So if he resigned at the very end, I believe there was 2 games left that the other coach did
Okay, filled it in.
fill in. I know there was 2 games. I would have to check about
Okay.
the stipend.
Thank you.
No problem.
I also have a question on 2. When is that going to be posted?
It is.
Is it already?
It might not be posted, the season's over, so it might not be posted until
Okay.
we post for that season's sports.
I believe it's posted until, expires March 11th, I believe,
Okay.
on the district website.
Okay.
Okay. Any other discussion? Want me to wait until?
There is a coaching posting. I don't see basketball, but
All right.
usually you coach before that season. I mean, post before.
Okay, Mr. Karati.
Mr. Lorentino,
I'm going to vote yes to all, but I'm abstaining.
I take it back. It's on there.
P2122.69, number 3.
Ms. Mahoney,
Yes.
Mr. Shear,
Yes.
Ms. Corbett,
Yes.
Ms. Aversa,
Yes.
Ms. Zarelli,
Yes.
Ms. Morales,
Yes.
Ms. Rockmore.
Yes.
I was looking at fall coaching. Winter coaching is posted as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, what do we have here? Committee, right? We got committee reports? Okay, Mr. Shear, you're up, buddy.
Just meeting with the finance and budget committee, doing a lot of talking about the possibility of the referendum and looking at the possibility of the middle school, the solo middle school. the back of the building. So just looking at artist renderings and things of that nature, but all very positive and very exciting.
Thank you so much. Okay, Vincent.
We held the policy meeting on February 23rd. Most policies are mandated and are some verbiage are changing. Just like to highlight a couple. One is the honor roll. And now we're going to do that now, so that any student that is taking AP or honors classes doesn't get penalized with one of the grades although still good, falls below the level to make an honor roll. That helps them out. Also, superintendent highlighted the dress and grooming for the students again, that the part with the leggings does not pass, or the kids can't wear that until after we pass the second reading at our next meeting. And the other one is on the dress and grooming for the staff. They permit men to wear collared shirts and professional attire during the school year, which removes the mandate of a dress shirt and tie during certain months. It's good to see that we work with the SBDA on that. That's my report.
Okay, thank you so much. Liaison reports. We'll go with Ms. Toynbee.
Okay, so the Education Foundation, they wanted everyone to know that the tickets are on sale for their Spring Fling event, which is happening on April 30th at 7 p.m. at the VFW. Tickets are $55 each. You can buy a table if you like. You can go on their website for tickets. They also wanted me to let everyone know that they are doing their 5K in the fall and that the proceeds will be going to the STEM program in honor of Mr. Weinberg.
Okay, Ms. Adrelli.
Franklin School PTA, they had their meeting last night. They held their Valentine's sale for the 6th grade last month, did well. First of the 2 Devils games was last Sunday. The next one is April 3rd. Tickets are still on sale. It's versus the Islanders. They're having a dress down day on 3/11, $1, and it's orange, and I believe that's for Colin. 3/17 is a normal dress down day. 3/18 superhero theme for Light the Night. The Gertrude Hawk was due this week and will be in for the week of 4/5. Tricky Tray is May the Force be with you at the Fiesta, and it's $55 a person. Tickets are on sale now. They're accepting donations for prizes and baskets. Their next meeting is the first Tuesday of April because of spring break. They're changing it. And that's it.
Okay, I got Miss Monica Maniscalco sent me an email. She apologized she could not make it tonight. She will be here on April 4th with updates on her CPAC meetings. And we'll go with Township Liaisons. Anybody? Yeah.
We're going to open it to the public.
When I
aren't
open
we?
to the public, I'll do it.
Okay, great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Township, through the chair, I went to the township meeting and I said this Monday, but I'd like to congratulate Mrs. Violetti, Mrs. Traverso, and Mrs. Torbic for being honored in Women of the History Month.
Thank you.
That was really pretty much it. Many others were honored too, but they're on our board.
Okay, we'll go to PTO and PTA liaisons. We'll start with House Ms. Traverso.
Unfortunately, I don't have anything for homeschool. I
Okay.
don't have anything this time.
Beautiful. All right, we'll go to Ms. Torbic.
Okay, so Washington School they have finalized the playground design for the new playground. I was trying to get that to show you guys tonight, but I don't have it. I wanted to make sure I gave you the right one. Do you have it? Okay, good. I don't know if you want to, while she's working on that. And they are working on fundraisers for April and May. So they are obviously looking for any help with donations to get the playground finished. So, yeah, I didn't want to give you guys the wrong one. So yeah, if anybody's interested, they can definitely use some help with that fundraising.
While Mrs. Wiley's
Yeah,
putting
go
that
ahead.
up, we are able to fund, which will be one of the actions, hopefully we will squared away on March 23rd, is the phase 1 of Washington School Playground. To fund through our capital lease financing that we had in this year's budget, so we can get that moving and what got better, we were talking this back in the winter, like a 12, 16 week wait for lead time for the equipment. It's down to about 6 weeks. So we think if we could get this moving, it possibly could be installed late May, early June. So so the kids can get a few weeks in on it, and we'll look very good the fencing up and get this project moving. And then we have more fundraisers and hopefully go for some of those things.
Perfect.
So it looks really good.
You want me to do Smith School while we wait here? Is that all right? Okay. Smith School, the March Board of Ed meeting. Today is the last day of the PTO Gertrude Hall candy sale. We hope to have a virtual bingo night this month. There will be a $1 dress down on 317 to support the sixth grade. Next month, the sixth grade will be hosting a home run derby to raise money for their end of the year activities. And that's it as of now. Thank you.
It's okay. I don't think I have the final one.
That's what I thought. I was afraid to use what I had, and I after this, and we the final one, but
Yeah,
it was late before right before I left, and I can't find it.
yeah, I don't think I have the final one.
I know she's sitting home waiting for me. That's her now.
I can see if I can just get an idea of that one. Oh, okay.
You got it.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of different things, but I was like, I don't know which one is the final.
Sorry. So Erica Van Eck is our OT, one of our district occupational therapists, and she works out of Washington School. She's also going for a doctorate program, and this is part of what she's working on. So she's getting some grants and really she worked on the design, working with all different types of organizations. So as it comes to I know she surveyed, when she did her presentation, she shared a little bit as to what she did. She surveyed the families, she surveyed the students, she even had the students pick their pictures of what they liked best and the staff. So for phase one, it's going to be this feature over here. It has like a slide, it has a bridge, and it's sort of like sort of like this piece with the canopy with the shading. And then each of these, and it's going to be rubber flooring. And then you have the benches. This is a separate piece, a ride on. This is the spinner thing. This is the playhouse, another climbing feature. This is, I'll show you from different angles. This is a music board. I got it.
How much did it cost?
This is the stepping stones, for balance over here. There's drums back here. There's drums, and there's I believe a xylophone. So there's the drums you see in the front, so I'm just turning it around. And you see over here is the climbing feature. These are the drums, this is the xylophone, another xylophone. These are the huge xylophones, the huge musical instruments over here. And then there's a communication board, right? This might be the communication board where it has the pictures for the students that are nonverbal to freak out, just get it free on. So this is the rendition as to what we're thinking of. Phase one is going to be what we're hoping to be able to fund. It's going to be this apparatus with the canopy. Then phase two and phase three, we can kind of play around with a little bit. Right now, phase two is the slide, the double slide, the spinner, and these items, along with the benches that there's picnic tables. And then phase three is the playhouse. But as we have funding for different items, we're talking to the guy to see if he's able to put it in, install them as we have the funding for it. So that way our children can utilize it.
Okay, I have a question for you, if I could.
Sure.
Would they think about putting just one big canopy to prevent a child from running into a pole or a post?
That's a great question. They had said, I wasn't part of the discussion,
Yeah.
so I don't want to say what was, this was the final version of, I know she went through different pictures, different renditions of this playground. So I don't want to speak for what had happened during this conversation, but I know Mrs. Turek said that she can ask her.
Okay, yeah.
And so, like I said, it's going to be a rubber flooring.
Yeah.
And it's going to be what do they call that, gradual? So there's no step there. Get a term for that. I'm really not good at public speaking right now.
Reduce it.
You're getting tired, that's why. Your body's like, I'm done, it's the end of the day.
And then also what we're looking to do, because the district did repave that whole area. So what we're looking to do is do a track along the outside. So they have, because part of OT is riding their bikes and the tricycles and things like that. So having the track on the outside so they can ride around it. They're super excited. Is it going to be? My understanding was Canvas, but I will, you want to add that to the list? Because I don't know.
I'm adding.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's not very local.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, does it, that's what I'm saying, well, like, if it's canvas, then you can keep it up in the winter.
So maybe I'm wrong.
I'm gonna ask what it's made out
I'm
of.
just saying.
I could very well be wrong. Not my field.
I will email her with the questions.
Okay, Ms. Sotarelli, you have anything for Franklin? You did? Okay, where was I?
She did it, she did hers.
All right. Okay, any correspondence? Old business? New business?
New business.
Go ahead there, Vinny.
Just curious, as we're sitting here, why do we have all our meetings here? You get quite a small crowd. I think it's much more intimate, we're much more connected with the crowd. We're in the auditorium. I mean, everybody's in that back right-hand corner. And really, there's no, I guess, I mean, it is
I
understood.
was
how it
saying,
used to
I
be.
got so used to seeing
Crowd
to a
wise.
camera that I actually looked up and I see people.
Out there, so you said, I really like this setting a little bit more than very impersonal.
Yeah, I think the reason why they switched is they wanted to, like,
Yeah, the presentations are better.
You
can't right now, yeah.
It's picked up with the live feed now. We have a room, a closed session close by, and again, if you have people come here, we'll have capacity.
People, my concern is that you get a crowd.
Yeah, if there's a topic where you really have to move.
All right, there's.
So the way through the chair, the way we moved here, because there was something, why can't, if there's a big crowd and an issue, move there?
You don't want to be moving too much back and forth, but, the auditorium is better. Just the tables here, moving them with the custodians, it's a lot of extra work. I know it's a little more intimate, but it's just auditorium is better. And actually, I remember we do the calendars to find out what day to play it is, and we'll have the week after.
yes. Any,
That's what I was saying.
anybody else with new business?
Just to check the plays this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They're selling out quickly, so if you want to get tickets, please do. And it's going to be a great show. The kids are working so hard. There are kids from every elementary school also in the play this year. So we've got lots of kids, and they're really excited. Like I said, working their tails off this week. So please come support them and see them.
Thank you so much. That's it, huh? Okay. Open the meeting to the public for comment.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, where is that back? I got to go back to the front. Thank you. He's got the big one. Yeah, okay, residents are requested to state their names, address, and subject matter. In the event it appears the public comment portion of this meeting may exceed 45 minutes, the presiding officer may limit each statement made by a participant to 5-minute durations. Issues raised by members of the public may or may not be responded to by the board. All comments will be considered and a response will be forthcoming if and when appropriate. The board asks that members of the public be courteous and mindful of the rights of other individuals when speaking. Specifically, comments regarding students and employees of the board are discouraged and will not be responded to by the board. Students and employees have specific legal rights afforded by the laws of New Jersey. The board bears no responsibility nor will it be liable for any comments made by members of the public. Members of the public should consider their comments in the light of the legal rights of those affected or identified in their comments and be aware that they are legally responsible and liable for their comments. So it's open for you. Okay.
Hey there. Kathleen Shanahan, 43 Burke Street, Saddlebrook, New Jersey. I just have an announcement. Earlier this evening, Mr. Wickham recognized several of our students for the Voice of Democracy Patriotic Essay Contest. I just wanted to let you know that the auxiliary, which shares a building on Market Street with the VFW, also has some opportunities for the students to show both their talent and their patriotism that are coming up. Currently, we are offering 3 contests. There is the Patriotic Arts Contest, open to grades 9 to 12, the Illustrated America Contest, another contest for art that is open for elementary students in grades K to 8, and the Get Excited for the Red, White, and Blue Singing Contest, which actually spans K to 12. You know, they're broken down, of course. More information on these contests can be found on our social media Facebook page, or you can also call the VFW, and they will give you the contact information for the proper chairperson. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ms. Roloff.
Hi, Michelle Roloff, 38 Westwick Ave, Saddlebrook. How's everyone? I just want to thank everyone for approving, or most of the board members for approving the uniform policy that I originally motioned to change in the beginning. The parents are very eager to have their children wear comfortable clothes to school, sweats, leggings, so forth. I know our original post that we put out was to perhaps maybe get rid of the uniform policy. And I know we had a lot of backlash on that because a lot of our parents spend a lot of money on the uniforms and they do want to keep their kids in some sort of uniform. So I just want to thank everyone for recognizing my motion and to keep the policy the way it is now. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Roloff. Anybody else? Oh. All right, Ms. Montalbano.
Hi, Joni Montalbano, 797 Saddle River Road. I'd like to thank Mrs. Violetti for acknowledging and answering my SAT course questions that I had on Monday, but I also have other concerns. So, I did not go to college. I never even took the SATs, but this is something that I feel passionate for my children. I'm a product of the Saddlebrook. No, I did, well, the educational system, but I went to work during school. So it was called work study at the time. It's called option 2. We called it work study. Miss Philippek was I went and I did get paid. So they made it like it was something new coming now to get paid. In 1989, I got paid. I went and worked in insurance. 2009. I went and I worked in an insurance agency, and believe it or not, 30 years later, I am a licensed insurance agent. So it did work out for me in our school system. So I'm glad that that is still continuing. But let's get back to SATs. It was a course that's a half-year course that was offered. And I know for a fact it was offered in 2017 and 18 school year. After that, COVID hit. Children were not going to school, and now we have no SAT course. And I feel they really need it, especially these kids now. So it's an elective. I understand other electives are brought in. Public speaking is an excellent. My daughter is going to take it next year. She reads at all the Board of Ed meetings. But I do feel passionate for my younger daughter, because I know it's not going to help my older daughter, that this course be brought back for these kids. as an elective, I'm under the assumption that if you don't have enough kids that sign up for it, it's not offered. But at least offer it, because I feel these career choice ones are coming in, which is awesome, but don't forget about the kids that want to go to college and want to take these SATs. So that's what I'm bringing up. I'd like it to be revisited, to bring this course back, SAT prep, half year. If it can't be, I would appreciate if guidance maybe can provide parents with where to go, because we have no idea. I mean, Huntington, I have no idea. Like, we're searching it on Google. It's costly. And, we do appreciate it coming in, the 11 people that signed up for it. Maybe people can't afford it in our town during this economy now. I understand now it's a conflict with sports because it was chosen to be after school. But if it was communicated, maybe it could be a Saturday morning or a different time. If we would know it would be all or nothing versus, not having that choice or not knowing that it was because kids have sports after school, so they can't go to the course, give us another option or just keep the doors open for everybody. That would be appreciated also. So just wanted to voice my opinion on it, and thank you for getting us the information about my school bucks on how to pay for it for this year, but would really like to see this course back added to the curriculum. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anybody else wish to be heard? Okay.
Okay, so if I may, thank you, Mrs. Montalbano, for speaking. Thank you, Mrs. Roloff, for your words as well. I know I will look into the SAT, so to start an elective, we do have a committee for that, so I will bring it to the team. A very fair point about having guidance, guide parents as to where to go to find SAT courses, as well as how to navigate my school bus, which is new. So it is a new feature. So I appreciate, I know that you've been so understanding and flexible, and I appreciate it because it is new. And the leadership team, I believe, did survey parents to ask which was better. I think it took longer than they anticipated because it was new to them as well. So they did reach out. My understanding is that they reached out to parents to inquire if after school or Saturdays would be better. And then by the time it actually came into play, I believe new season of sports started, and it just didn't. It should have been better planned out by everybody involved. So I do appreciate flexibility. We will look into it, and that's it. I will be following. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, a motion to close open session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, adjourn. Motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second. Motion, sorry. Second.
All in favor? Opposed?
I'm tired too.
Okay. Thank you all for coming.
I did it backwards.
And see you on April 4th for March 23rd.